the truth.
Alright, so what's up everybody, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. And in today's video we're going to be talking about this really extremely cheap dude. Like, there's like a ton of cheap skates videos on the internet, but I haven't made one. So I was like, hey, why not make one? So that's what we're going to be doing. And this dude is just so cheap. I mean, a lot of people who are going onto the cheap skates are just like really cheap. But so yeah, in today's video we're going to be talking about this extreme cheapskate dude who's really cheap, and I haven't made one on something like that before. So without further ado, play that shit.
My name is Dr. Terrence Kendall, and I'm an extreme cheapskate.
Alright, so before this video begins, I just want to start by pointing out by how I've always seemed to notice that there always seems to be like these cheap people in like these really expensive states. Could that be an excuse probably for they're so cheap? But yeah, I just really wanted to point that out before the video begins. But yeah, let's get back to the fucking video.
I am tired of students who disregard the importance of money. So I'm gonna pick up every penny they drop on the floor. And by the end of the day, I got $2 or $3. No shame in my game.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that this dude seems to regard the importance of not being such a cheapskate. I mean, I have a feeling that this guy is just going to like save so much money and barely spend it on anything in life, really. I mean, he tends to pay too much attention to the fact that their students drop their change. Like, well, like, goddamn, bro. I mean, just why is he like this? But so now this cheapskate is just so far cheap. I mean, he tends to like pick up change, even though that's a huge waste of time, and he only gets like $2 from it every single day. But who knows, maybe he gets something from this, which I don't really see what he could possibly get from picking up change each day, because he only seems to get like $2 from it.
As you can see, I have a beautiful couch. I don't have a couch.
This dude only has a bunch of chairs, and he's a teacher. I don't really see why he has to live like this. I mean, it really isn't that necessary, to be honest. I mean, I just have a feeling that this guy is just so cheap on like so many levels that it really isn't necessary at this point. I mean, this guy is a middle school teacher, or a teacher, and he seems to make decent money as a teacher. I mean, he is clearly too poor to afford this. No, he's not too poor. I mean, this guy is just sad. I mean, his house just gives me terrible vibes. I mean, I really wouldn't want to live there. But back to the video.
What's that look for?
Terrence is so cheap, he doesn't want to spend money on anything.
At this point in life, I have a feeling that his wife should just leave him. I mean, he's clearly not that poor to afford a decent house, but his house is just so empty. I mean, he can just fill it up with furniture. I mean, just take a look at his living room. I mean, it should be full of stuff. I mean, he makes plenty of money. He's a teacher. But at this point in time, I just gotta feel bad for his family on how much of a cheapskate this dude actually is.
Look above his head. He's so cheap, he won't even put a second coat of paint on the wall.
One coat is fine.
Here, you can still see the original color of the house.
It was $150
This is where you live.
for that bucket of paint. And I painted the whole house with that one bucket of paint. They said it should have been 3 buckets of paint. I saved $300 on paint alone.
People rarely come over, and it's kind of hard too.
Holy shit, this dude is so cheap to the point where he doesn't bother to buy furniture. This guy makes decent money, like I've said before. I mean, no wonder nobody really fucking comes over. I mean, his house barely has any furniture in it. I mean, I just gotta like feel bad for his family, like I've said before already. But back to the video.
And it's kind of hard to entertain, especially when you don't have furniture. We have to lay on the floor just to see TV.
You can see it perfectly from here. Look, you can sit in the chair and you can look at the TV. It's just fine.
I believe we have made enough money in this house to afford some furniture.
This is my son's room.
I asked for a desk and a chair.
You got a chair.
I have a folding chair.
I got it from the school.
Exactly.
It's kind of sad to see his family suffering due to his father being too much of a cheap asshole to really afford any furniture. I mean, he said that he got it from the desk from the school. I mean, just what the fuck actually? I mean, his son's room looks more of like a prison cell than an actual room. I mean, it's just so sad that his father has to be this cheap and his family has to suffer for it. Like, what kind of shit is that?
My family is always asking me, how much money do we have? So I let them look at something that shows them how much money we have. I have 16 accounts. But the minute my family finds out where they are, they're gonna be asking for money. I tell them, okay, we only have such and such amount of money, and that's here under home account. When they leave, I go here. There are 10 accounts that no one knows about. In my credit union account, there's $21,000. There's $19,679. That's at the bank. And this is the one that has $113,978.
I genuinely feel bad for his family because they expected something nice, not something super shitty, but this guy is just such a cheapskate, like, to the point where he has to save a bunch of money. I mean, he doesn't have to live like a cheapskate, but he does. And he does it to save money. I mean, his family is just suffering, and on top of that, this guy is a scumbag, okay? His family just asked for something nice, something decent, something not poor, but apparently this guy thinks that it's too much to ask for him to take them out, for him to put furniture into his family's room. I think this guy thinks that it costs too much, but in reality, it really doesn't cost too much.
Terrence takes me out to a fine dining restaurant one time out of the year. It's supposed to be just a wonderful experience.
Oh, you know, McDonald's is an option.
No, it's not. We all look forward to it. Hello.
Hello.
Hey!
How are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Hi.
Welcome. How you
Kind of shocked to see
doing? I thought it was quite amazing that my aunt and uncle just happened to show up.
What he didn't know was that I invited them. They always give to us. This is the opportunity for him to give back.
We're about to go on our family day.
Alright, is this guy so fucking cheap to the point where he just can't take other people out to dinner? I mean, I have a feeling that this guy is just gonna, like, try to, like, do some cheap shit, but this guy cannot get away with it. I mean, this guy is just so selfish, like, to the point where he just cannot, like, not be so cheap. I mean, this guy is just trying to save, like, a ton of money, but it's just not gonna, like, work out. I mean, his family lives in a bunch of shitty conditions, and now his wife just invited a bunch of other people, and I have a feeling that he is just too much of a cheap asshole to take them out to dinner. I mean, he's probably gonna, like, try something really, cheap, and he probably is a scumbag, and he's gonna, like, I have a feeling, like, gonna, like, try to pay with a bunch of pennies or something.
I thought it was quite amazing that my aunt and uncle just happened to show up on our family dinner day.
We would love to have you, Terrence.
Yeah. No, we would love to have you. They're throwing off my budget completely. But it's our family dinner, so I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna do my thing, and they're gonna be happy. It's gonna be really top-notch, and it's gonna be very expensive.
You can imagine the dismay on everyone's face when he pulls up to a Chinese buffet.
Aha!
I couldn't believe it. All I can see was food stacked upon each other. We were promised fine dining.
This is fine dining. Look at this. Feel the veneer of the table.
This guy is on a whole new level of cheap. Like, this guy is just so cheap that he will not do anything nice for his family. I mean, his family just asked for, like, a decent fucking meal, and this guy just took them out to somewhere shitty. I mean, this guy is just a scumbag to the point where he cannot afford anything nice for his family. I mean, they're asking for a dinner, which isn't too hard to ask for, but except this guy is literally a cheapskate, and he cannot spend money on anyone, but he just saves it up, and he's clearly selfish, and he's so selfish that he cannot spend money on other people. This guy is so super duper selfish. But yeah, if you're a cheapskate and you're watching this and you have, like, plenty of money and you're trying to save it, but yet you live in such a shitty home, you should probably do something about it and not live in such a cheap house. But that's all for today's video, guys. I know it may seem stretched out because I'm trying to get to 10 minutes, and if you're new, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video, and until then, bye. Yeah, but before I go, if you guys think I should make more videos like this, leave a comment below, and I'll be trying to reply to as many comments as I can. But if you guys could join my socials, which will be linked in the description below, that would be cool. Yeah, until then, bye.